Alright, my dude, so we're here gonna skate a street spot, and I'm filming a clip for the SAD video that's coming out. I might have a part, might not, but regardless, I want to take this as an opportunity to talk about how I approach getting a street clip, and how that looks warming up, and just getting myself prepared mentally and physically. So we're gonna kind of cover those two aspects. Not gonna film me in the process, just because that we want to keep it, I guess, secret for the video part. So first things first, I'm here at the park. I kind of already did a couple, I'm here at the spot. I did a couple nollie nose slides, just to warm up that nollie pop. I'm not going to, I might flip into it, but regardless, you know, I just want to make sure my pop feels solid, so that I don't right away go for the nollie flip and get frustrated and not understand why it's not working.
You're telling them that?
Huh? No, I mean, that's just the beginning. So basically, the idea isn't to go straight into it, especially since I'm at a spot where I can kind of take my time. You know, no one's gonna kick us out, and it's very low stress, right? More of the battle has to do with making sure that I can calmly go into it. And so we talked about how the perfect session looks, how a good warm-up, good middle session, and good cool-down session would look. So in this case, for a warm-up session on the streets, it's about making sure that we're building confidence with every attempt. So I'm not going to try to go fast right away. I'm not going to try anything fancy, which is why I said I'm not going for the nollie flip, but we're just going to do a couple nollie nose slides like you just saw in the beginning of the video. So I'm gonna do 10 of them, and this is pretty much gonna give me a good sense of how fast I need to go, if I still need to warm up a bit more, and maybe bring out other things that I wasn't considering. For example, I already did a couple, and it's very dirty. There's a lot of little, like, I don't know what they're called, from the tree that's coming down, and they're kind of like skate stoppers. And so this is gonna allow me to pretty much clear the space, and yeah, just give me that awareness for the spot itself. Something else, when you're skating in a spot like this, you really want to be thinking about what's the area that you're trying to pop, because you know, you can see there's a lot of lines. So you want to make sure that you're not just guessing and popping wherever, because that might mean getting stuck or just getting a bit thrown off. These lines aren't too deep, so it kind of won't mess you up, but regardless, you want to make sure you're consistent with your approach. And this is me building that, me figuring out what that approach would be so it can be consistent. And so for now, I'm thinking a pop right here. Watch this. So right here, before this, right here. And then I get to see with some of these slides if the ledge needs more wax. Wax my nose a little bit. I like always waxing my nose first, and then if the ledge needs it itself, you know, it's not like the whole ledge, it's pretty much just a piece of it, just because I don't want to be wasteful. And then I don't know how long this trick is gonna take, so I need to save it for so it can last me the whole session. So these are factors that are showing up as you warm up, right? So this is why it would serve you best if you go about warming up at a spot. I understand there are going to be times where you get to a spot and you have pretty much little to no time to warm up, and so that's a different scenario. But in the case you can, it's important to kind of let those factors show up little by little. How much minutes do we have? 5. All right, cool. I did like 3, right? So I'm gonna do That pop out was not good. Okay, that's 4. Okay, I was going a little faster, and I also noticed that I came like too direct. I didn't approach the ledge parallel. I kind of just attacked it from the side, and so the momentum just threw me. Yeah. And so this is where you're learning how you want to approach the spot. I already tried this, where I'm coming at it at an angle a bit more. Now I'm gonna try out this, where I can approach it a bit more in a parallel manner. You see, the thing is that worked out better as far as just sliding the ledge. But when it comes down to doing the trick that I want to, which is a ledge to mani trick, you know, it's gonna be real hard for me to go into the area I want, because momentum is taking me straight towards the end of the ledge. And so these are just things, like I said, that are coming up and are good to understand before you actually go about trying the trick, because I mean, there's still factors that are going to show up as you're trying or as you're going for it, but it's important to minimize those, because you want as much focus as you can get when you're trying one trick, right? So let's try it again. How do you go so far?
Get an angle view of the whole body.
Oh, okay. So right here, what's cool about it is that I can approach it parallel, but just think about going a bit slower so that when I get off the slide, I have the option to direct, you know, the board, or direct myself to the end of the sidewalk, as opposed to just going straight off. So I'm gonna test another version of speed. Maybe I think about popping a bit earlier. These are things that are just coming up little by little. Maybe I'll start from over here, because there's no need to rush it, you know? So things keep coming up. That was probably the best one yet.
Yeah.
And so, and I still gotta pop off around here, kind of alongside this pole right here. And that's pretty much where I want to be, because otherwise if I pop off any further, it's gonna be such a sharp turn to get off the ledge. So definitely gonna play around with the objective to pop out. So it's gonna be like a very, you know, maybe like a 2 feet slide, pop off once I get to the pole, and just come in. Cool, I'm figuring it out. And this is why you want to think about warming up, okay? Because when you get into it, it's already stressful, or it could be you're very vulnerable to stress when you're filming a trick. And so you want to minimize that as much as possible. This also includes drinking some water. This also means making sure you do some foam rolling, maybe just skate before the actual trick, and factors like this. So for the sake of the video, we're gonna cut it short here, but I wanted to give you guys a glance of what it would look like to warm up at a street spot versus at a skate park. With in a skate park, usually you have a bit more creative freedom. At a street spot, you're limited to the approach. You know, obviously depending on what kind of street spot it is. Some street spot has multiple, you know, obstacles or multiple options, but in the case of this one, the warm-up is a bit more you know, it's a bit more contextual to a ledge. So yeah, having said that, hope you liked the video. Comment, you know, anything you want to know more about, or have me elaborate on. Other than that, we're filming for a video for SAD hardware. I actually don't know what the name's gonna be. Maybe that's secret, but if not, I'll put it in the description. Yeah, have a good rest of your day. Peace out.